The crayfish fishermen in Australia have had a really hard time the last few years, so I thought, why don't we cook up a lovely crayfish and I'll poach it in a lovely broth with lots of flavour in it. Now, to start with, I've got some tarragon. So if you can pick that for me, that'd be great. So the crayfish has been dispatched properly, and you can get your fishmonger to do it for you. He'll cut it in half, clean it out so it's ready to go on the barbecue or however you want to cook it. Now, you've picked the tarragon. Once you pick that tarragon, I want you to season that crayfish. Now, this is raw, this crayfish. It's just been dispatched properly, but it's not cooked all the way through. Normally when people buy crayfish, they're already boiled, but this is a great way of doing it yourself, so you've got lots and lots of flavour in it. Now, I've got some garlic here that I've roughly chopped. I've got the tarragon as well, and I'm going to pop it all into my pan here. What I want to do is sweat off these vegetables so they get lots and lots of flavour. That's what it's all about. Tarragon goes in there. It's got lovely flavour on it, but you could use thyme or just a touch of rosemary. Some dill is also good, and some chives. So in goes the butter. You can see that butter's going to sizzle up beautifully.
Whoa, a big wad of butter.
We want butter in here. We want it to taste really, really good. I use unsalted butter rather than the salted butter, so I can add a little bit of extra salt to it, and I find that that gives it a really, really nice flavour. But what I like to do is just sweat it down nice and gently. Have you got some pepper? Pop some pepper in here. Exactly, straight in there. And what I want to do is sweat this down nice and gently so that the flavours come out of it and it all comes together. A melange of lovely, delicious things.
Wow.
But you look over here, I've got a stock going here. Now, you use the fish stock. I'm using a crayfish stock. There could be some prawn heads, make the same sort of flavour, crayfish shells. Simmer them away for about an hour to 2 hours. You can see the orange from the prawn head here. And you simmer it away until you get a lovely stock out of it, and that's what gives you the base to bring it all together. Now, that's sweating down nice. If you can pass me the white wine and the brandy, we're going to pop that in a second. Now, I'm using some white wine and some brandy. That gives it a lovely sort of adult flavour. But if you're worried about any alcohol, it will burn off. So at about 47 degrees Celsius, the alcohol burns off. So if you stand over it with a tea towel, you'll be able to get it, inhale it all.
Oh, jeez. Little facial steaming, Richo style.
Exactly.
Okay.
You never know. And look at that. It's looking nice and creamy,
It is. Gosh, the smell's coming out of there. Beautiful. The tarragon's lovely.
Isn't it? They're different flavours that people often don't work with. So, you know, if you do see some tarragon in the greengrocer or the supermarket, grab some and give it a go. I'm going to pour my stock in now. And you can smell it all coming together.
So is it just the shells in the stock?
The shells, you can put some tomato paste in there if you want. You can put mirepoix in there, onions, garlic, just about anything you want in there to get the flavour if you want. You can have a lot of fun with this if you want. Now, speaking of fun, this is my crayfish that's going to go straight in here. Beautiful. And I'll pop it straight into the pan. And you can see I've got a beautiful big pan here that's going to allow it to poach beautifully. And what I'll do is just make sure it's all under cover there, and I just grab some of the broth and pour it over the top of the meat there like that. Then we pop the lid on, about 12 minutes, gently poaching away. It'll be poached to perfection. Oh, Preeya, look at that.
Smells phenomenal in the kitchen.
Phenomenal. There we go. I like that word. Now, just pick that up like that. Grab the whole thing. Now, it's poached beautifully. The flesh has just come out of it. I'll spin that around there like that so you can see it. And what I like to do is take some of the broth and just pop that over the top there. It's all got plenty of flavour on it. A little sprinkle of chopped parsley over the top to make it nice and green and pretty. And, of course, a little lemon wedge. Just a little tiny bit more there.
Do I squeeze the lemon or just pop it on the plate,
We'll pop it on the plate for now. But if we wanted to, we could have the other lemon there and squeeze it on top.
All right, here
we go. Just a little bit of lemon on there for some acid. Look at that.
Lovely.
Fantastic.
2 halves make a whole.
Exactly, exactly.
Little maths lesson thrown in.
Maths, I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to maths. Look at that. The tail comes out. Would you like this little piece there?
I would.
There we go. I'll pop that on there.
You pop it on the board. Go for it. I thought you might feed me. I didn't know where we were headed there.
You know, we're not that close yet. So what I'll do is I'll just grab this little piece here, a little bit of the roe on there, have a taste of it. What we're looking for is the meat to be nice and soft and moist and tender, poached perfectly.
It is perfectly poached, perfectly cooked. I love the flavours in here, so light, very, very gentle, just absolutely glorious. You have done that crayfish justice, my friend.
I'll eat this one and that one.
And this is my little bit.
Here, there we go.